What's going on, Micro Militia? Micro here, and today we are back with some more Sleep Token. Y'all already know it is the second song off that second album, Hypnosis. Okay, so this one I'm kind of very much looking forward to. The reason why is because I've seen this one a few different times on my algorithm. When that happens, that usually means it's a very popular song and people like to click on it. So that means it's good. I mean, at least theoretically, that means that it's a fan favorite. So I'm really excited to see what this is all about, what kind of instrumentation we're gonna get, what kind of styles and or style changes are we gonna get. I'm really excited to see what's gonna be the storyline sort of thing. Nothing but questions every time I hear them. They're such a great band, but nothing but questions. And there's only one way to answer those questions, and that's just to hop right into it. So let's go. Oh, and also, before I forget, because I keep forgetting, go ahead and hit the hot thumbs up, subscribe if you are new to the channel, or if you just like my style. We have a playlist of Sleep Token reactions that we have starting from the very beginning. That'll be up there on the screen. And then, of course, keep those comments coming down below. I love talking to you guys down there. But anyway, now let's hop into it. Already giving me Tool vibes. All right, we're getting hard right off the bat. Pause. Yeah. All right. So right off the bat, I'm really liking the style. Like, it first started off, and then again, it reminded me of Tool with that little soft kind of just plucked guitar in the back. If it was a bass, it would really give me Tool feeling. If it was just a soft plucked bass, but still, the feeling of the guitar was very Tool to me. And then we kicked in. We're getting a much harder feel right off the bat. We're getting a much more rocky feel right off the bat. And then the vocals come in. And then it's kind of giving me Tool, but a little more raunchy, a little more hardcore than Tool gets. And then the vocals aren't too pretty like they have been, especially not after following how beautiful Atlantic was. But he's kind of doing like this ebb and flow, this up and down kind of pattern with his vocals. So it's like he's lifting, and then he's going down. And then he's lifting. He's like he's lifting his vocals. He's going up, and then he's bringing the energy back down. So he's kind of taking you on this whoop, whoo, whoop, woo, kind of like a hypnosis, kind of like making you follow that pattern, like woo, like with your eyes, sort of thing. And then that's accompanied by the Tool-esque guitar stuff going on in the background, where he's kind of just repeating the same like awkward pattern, like awkward plucking pattern on the guitar. And then 2 is actually, I know it's kind of more mellow, kind of more laid back at the moment type of song, and until it gets to that chorus-ish part where they're really kicking it into gear. But in between that, during the verses, when he's kind of just doing his ebb and flow lyric thing, the drums are just tasty in the background. They're not so much doing what drums are kind of made to do or designed to do, which is just keep beat. Use that bass drum and snare drum mostly, filling the space with the hi-hat just to keep beat. He's keeping beats but he's making it awkward with the flavor he's adding. So lots of little splash cymbal hits and just straight up rolls on the hi-hats. And then he's moving that over to toms too. So he'll fill that space with the hi-hat. He'll fill that space with the toms. And then he's adding like those splash, those really tasty high pitch. They're like little, in case you don't know what a splash cymbal is, it's a cymbal like you see drummers hit, except for it's a little guy. It's a little tiny splash. They're usually like 6 inches, 8 inches, 10 inches, even though that's pushing it. But those are splash cymbals. They're really high pitched. They kind of die out really quickly. But yeah, it adds, they're flavor cymbals is what they are. They're just to add to ambiance and kind of just tasty. So really technical stuff going on in the drums here. All right, so in terms of the lyrics, lift me out of my own skin of all my doubt. So he's like, take me out of my own skin. Like, I guess he's kind of surrendering himself, so there's nothing new there. And he doesn't even want to be in his own skin anymore. He kind of wants to like be someone else, or at least somewhere else, like out of his physical body. So again, we're continuing with that whole. I don't know if I could say the word on YouTube. That's the thing, but I'm not monetized right now anyway. So suicide. So he's kind of just thinking like he wants to be out of his own skin. Oh, and take me, leave nothing left, take everything. So the whole thing, his whole identity, his whole soul, his whole who he is, take it. He doesn't want to be him anymore. Did we get this far? I don't know, but I'm going to go over it anyway. Sink your teeth, split my skin. Ooh, no, just make me bleed. So it's like permanently damaged, like his physical form that he's in right now. Like sink your teeth and break his skin. So just suck the life force out of him. Just make him bleed. Okay, so yeah, I just listened back. I think we went a little too far on the lyrics, but whatever. Let's get back to it. Yeah, we ended at take everything. I think. I'm gonna catch that again. Hold up. I really want to catch that again because that was really cool on the drums. It was just super tasty. I really liked the way it sounded and hit my ears. But he does like an open close hi-hat into a splash cymbal hit, which it really tickled my insides when he did that. So I was like, it's I really don't know how to explain it with my mouth, but it's like tap tap. Nailed it. But I just want to take it back and then kind of just listen to the drum. It's really, really tasteful. Oh, very nice. okay, we're getting a style switch here. We're getting a style switch. Before we hop into that style switch, let's kind of break down what we're hearing here. So in true hypnotic form, we have that you know you hypnotize me always, kind of just continuing. It's a mantra, it's a chant. So you know you hypnotize me always. So this is signifying to me kind of the control that sleep has over Vessel, because he's like in a trance. He's saying these things at first, like lift me out of my own skin. Like, again, we went over those concepts already of suicide, sink your teeth into me, just kind of, drain his life force. And then it goes into, give me all that I want. Just give me all. So then he's being hypnotized. And then we have that mantra going back. So he's kind of like, the way I'm picturing it is kind of like he has those spirals in his eyes, like you would think of with hypnosis. And then he's kind of just like, yes, take me, master. It's kind of like he's under full control now. Kind of like again, this bitch ass fly. We've had this kind of same thing going on in the past few songs, especially, but this time it's kind of different. It's like he's given us all, he's given himself, like he's accepted it. But I think now we're past that point of acceptance, and now he's kind of just like he's like under total control now. He's like, yes, master, yes, Matt. Like he's like in the trance now of like under total control mentally now to sleep is kind of what I'm getting for this. So that's why we have that you hypnotize me always in a hypnotic form. That's repeated in a hypnotic form because it's just repetitive. And then we add on top of that really pretty, but I'm surprised how far back the main vocal, the main melody line that's being sung here, that's not that hypnotic line over and over again. It's really far back in the mix. It's like it's quieter than that mantra of you hypnotize me always. So why is that, would you think? Because in my opinion, it's done on purpose to signify that the hypnosis is stronger than his own thoughts. The hypnosis is overcoming what he actually thinks. So that's really cool if that's the case. So again, we have the hypnotic line going on, and then we have, and you make it more than I could ever feel before. And you make it more than I could ever feel before. And it's sung very pretty. It's long and drawn out. He's doing his runs on the vocals. It's a really good vocal. That's why I'm surprised how far back it sits, because it's very pretty, very, very pretty, and very emotional. And then this kind of, it repeats a couple times, and you make it more than I could ever feel before. So that means he's under this hypnosis, and then in the background, he just knows that he'll be better off under hypnosis, because again, we know that Vessel is very sad, doesn't want to live, doesn't want to be in his own skin. So now the hypnosis is kind of taking over because he's accepting it, and he's like, I know that you can make me feel, at least make me feel something more than I ever have before. So again, it's kind of acceptance in a way. It's kind of like post-acceptance, like, yes, this is the good that's coming from this toxicity. Or at least the appearance of good coming from this toxicity. All right, enough yapping. Let's get to the style change. I'm really excited to see where this is going to go. Ooh. Very spooky. Now we're decaying. It's getting uglier. It's going to fade out probably. Ooh. That is straight up out of a horror movie. Nice. Very good ending. I really like that. And so before I forget again, I just want to mention this thing on the visualizer. What is this? Is this a starfish? Like, it kind of looks like a starfish you see here in the middle, but then it has tentacles. As far as I know, starfish don't have like flowing tentacles like that. They're kind of stiff and straight up. But yeah, as far as I'm aware, they don't like curve like this. They're straight. And this looks like it can move like an octopus. Like, is it an octopus? Is it a kraken? And it looks pretty small to be a kraken, but I don't know. It's giving me octopus, which I think it probably is. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It only has 5 legs, though. So what is this thing? All right. So overall, very surprising, actually. There was a style change, I guess. It definitely was. It definitely was a style change, because we went from just rock with like heavy, like with metal in there. It was like rock bordering on the metal with how distorted it was. And then we went from that to more of just straight up genty metal. Like, it was no mistake about it. It was very definitely gent, with like the offbeat sort of hits, ensemble hits that everyone was doing. The drums, the bass, the guitar were doing at the same time. And then over that, we had that ominous, haunting synth thing going on too. And then all throughout the song, I forgot to mention it a couple times, there was like, Vessel does this thing where he's breathing into the microphone. He ended phrases with like, which is breaths out, but then that breath would continue, and then it would layer on the next lyric that came on, the phrase and the vocals. He does like ambiance things like that, which is really cool. There was also like very far back, but it was kind of like people talking in a hallway, so like that sort of like effect thing going on. Kind of like it really is. This song was really like very reminiscent of a horror movie, especially towards the end when we're getting all this ominous synth stuff going on. And then the excess is kind of fades away. So like the drums, the distorted guitars, and then you're just left with that synth piano, ominous minor chord stuff going on. And then and then the closer it gets to the end, the creepier it gets, because the notes he starts throwing in notes that shouldn't be there. That's not shouldn't be there, but the scale's changing. Like, he's using different notes to create horror movie vibes, and he's doing it more and more. He's condensing it more and more. He's doing it more often, and all the way till we get to the end where it just ends on a just scary horror movie stuff. So very cool concept song, I would say. I didn't really get the nautical vibe on that one, but maybe this was the meaning of something under there, like the Kraken. Fantastic idea for a song. I really like that one. I love that flavor that Chu was getting into. I could see what you mean, where the Chu was kind of coming in his own during this album, because he's just funking it up in the back. He's just doing his thing. He's not just keeping a standard beat like I mentioned before, like 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, and like a drummer is technically supposed to do. He's kind of just letting it sing. He's kind of just like feeling his way through the drums. He's not so much thinking, which he is. He's a professional, don't get it wrong. Every note he plays is planned. I guarantee you that, with how meticulous these guys are. But he's kind of feeling that. He's writing it based off what he feels like, where the hits should be, if that makes any sense whatsoever. But great overall composition. I really like the feel of it. I really like the kind of ebbs and flows that we were talking about, because it was happening musically too. So he was doing the vocal thing where he goes like this, but then the song structure overall lent it to go up and then down and then up, and then there was a little bit of screaming, not too much, but it was really balanced. Nice, balanced song. I really enjoyed it. All right, that's enough yapping for me, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in again. Please, if you like it, drop a hot thumbs up. Subscribe again if you're new to the channel, if I've so earned it. I will catch y'all on the next one. At ease, Micro Militia.